To lose a child is every parent's nightmare. The parents of Amber Bass say they relive the events of July 19th, 2013 every day.
And it has been 11 years now since her murder, and no arrests have been made in this case. Katie Jeffries leads our Unsolved series focusing on local cold cases. She has a deeper look now at where this case stands today.
Family and investigators say Amber Bass didn't do anything wrong. The 22-year-old was in her own driveway about to go into the home she shared with her older sister when she was shot in the chest. The case shook Jacksonville and especially the West Side in 2013. And detectives say even the smallest tip could help solve this case. In the backyard of the home of Keith and Barbara Bass sits a garden.
She was just the girl next door. You know, everyone loved Amber.
In it, angels, quotes, and butterflies, something that has become their symbol for Amber.
And then, of course, her billion-dollar smile and giggle.
Amber Bass was studying to be a nurse, and they say had a heart for helping people.
She was really big in raising money for St. Jude, so she loved children so much.
Though the garden is a place of peace and remembrance, they say the events of July 19th, 2013 will forever be burned into their minds.
I mean, the memory is just as fresh now as it was when it happened.
Yeah, every day we open our eyes at July 19th. There's not one moment that goes by every day that we don't relive this.
Around 2:25 that morning, Amber Bass was driving home from an evening with friends to the house she shared with her sister on Springtree Road on the west side. As she got out of her car in the driveway, she was shot once in the chest, her purse and phone taken. Her older sister, Robin, hearing the gunshot, ran outside and found Amber bleeding in the driveway. She was rushed to the hospital, but did not survive. In the days that followed, a grainy photo of a light-colored vehicle, possibly with a brake light out, was released.
The location she left to the subdivision she returned home to, numerous video surveillances were gathered. There's a vehicle leaving the neighborhood at approximately the same time Amber is shot, and that's surveillance from a home inside her neighborhood.
A sketch of the purse Amber had that night was also released. Neither the vehicle, purse, or Amber's phone have ever been recovered. Detective Harmony Brooks says the friends Amber had been with that night didn't mention anyone bothering her, and no people were spotted in the surveillance videos recovered.
We have no indication that anybody was following her that evening.
Across the street from the Springtree Road home sits Starleaf Park. Could someone have been in the park and spotted Amber as a target for robbery? It's one theory that was investigated. Other people involved in violent crimes that same evening were also investigated to see if there was any connection to Amber's murder.
There were numerous leads that came in, and all of those were exhausted. Nothing could prove to anybody particular that they were the suspect or suspects.
Detective Brooks says with it likely being a random attack, that makes it more challenging for them. They still have a single shell casing left at the scene, but say this case comes down to people in the community, and even a small tip could help this investigation.
Please do not assume that we have that tip. We're 11 years later, it's new people looking at the case. Just please don't make the assumption that you know something and that the detectives also know the same thing. We just ask that you, we would love if you flooded us again with the same tips.
The wait for answers has been tough for Amber's family. They say their hearts will never be whole again. But an arrest in her case could help them begin to heal.
And now Robin she doesn't have a sister. You know, we don't have a baby girl.
Never walk her down the aisle and never see her.
Exactly. I mean, there's so much gone that can't be replaced. But it would help us so much just to have a little bit of comfort knowing that someone is held accountable for what has happened. And I know someone knows something.
If you know anything about the murder of Amber Bass, please contact the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers. Katie Jeffries, First Coast News, on your side.